Well, how's everybody doing? I haven't been really making a lot of content in recent times. Things have been very busy, and it's the summer, and yeah, just been enjoying downtime with the family and a few holidays and things like that. Some time off. Managed to make it to SummerSlam though, which is one of the original big four for me. Been very, very lucky, very blessed in the fact that I've been able to do that. So having been at WrestleMania last year and this year, um, I always, thought it would never be a possibility, I guess, to get to some of the other to get to WrestleMania first off, but then to get to maybe some of the other main four PLEs or pay-per-views as they always were. Um, so just I got the chance of being able to go to New Jersey this year, and I have to say that it was much better, I felt, than WrestleMania. I know, shock horror, it's terrible, but it was the atmosphere. I think with it being around New York too, that's where I was staying, and I was able to travel back and forth each day. I just thought the setup was really good. The atmosphere in the stadium, the seats I had were really good. Also in the 113 section, um, and over the course of the two nights, I just thought the atmosphere was better. And I've got to see John Cena twice this year, having never thought I'd get to see him at all wrestle. And his match at SummerSlam was by far miles ahead of the one at WrestleMania against Cody Rhodes. He really wound back the clock, and I think he he gave us a little taste, that classic John Cena. The whole Seth Rollins cashing in aspect of night one, I thought was really good too. And overall the match cards were very, very good. And of course we know what happened at the end of night two, with Brock Lesnar making his shocking return. Um and yeah, look, a lot of people have had different things to say around that and the alleged allegations towards him and how he's been named in legal stuff with Vince McMahon and everything. I like to try and steer clear from a lot of that and discussing that if at all possible. I just like to follow the wrestling, and I don't get caught up with the political side of it, or a lot of the other dark underbelly side of it, if at all possible. I've always gotten lost in wrestling, the storylines, the storytelling, the characters, that type of thing. And that's what I kind of like to stick to if at all possible. But yeah, SummerSlam was everything I thought it would be and more. I really did enjoy it. And I think, with the way ticket prices and things are being hiked up to the hilt, we've also heard that the WrestleMania 42 combo tickets are going on sale on the 24th of September. It'll be interesting to see what prices they start charging for those, whether it's a good thing to just dive in straight off and order those tickets, or whether to hold off and see if the prices come down in any way. But I can't see ticket prices going back to the way they were. I think everybody is buying them, the way it is now, and that's only going to keep feeding the machine, telling the WWE, oh, we can charge what we want here. We're going to sell them anyway. Because if you look at the ringside type tickets and seats, even for Raw and SmackDown, it's insane at this stage what they're charging. I know for a fact, like I had tickets for SmackDown here in Dublin this coming weekend, and I actually sold them. I was on holidays last week with the family, and I just sold them. I have other things coming up, and it made more sense to me. Like, I've been very lucky this year in being able to attend the events abroad, and yeah, I sold them, and they were snapped up in no time. I think it was 2 tickets I had, and they were like over 300 quid in total, and they sold in like a couple of minutes. So there you have it. Um, I thought about maybe trying to attend Clash in Paris, but I think I'll just watch that from home in the comfort of my own home and enjoy it. And next year, I'll just take a look and see if it makes sense for me to try and go to WrestleMania once again in Vegas. Not too sure whether it will be realistic for me. Minneapolis, Minnesota, SummerSlam will be in. Um, that could be interesting too. But like that, I think I have other plans around that time. Royal Rumble is going to be in Saudi, so that's a no for me. That won't be happening. And Survivor Series, then I know it's San Diego this year. That's definitely not going to happen. Maybe next year. I don't know where it's going to be yet. But even at that time of year, you're coming up to the type of Christmas stuff, so it makes things a bit more difficult there. So maybe further down the line, we'll see what happens. But yeah, there's been a lot going on in the wrestling world. Hulk Hogan, of course, passing away recently, and there was a lot of controversy even around people paying their tributes to Hulk Hogan. And yeah, look, I grew up watching Hulk Hogan. Um, he's one of the guys that made wrestling what it is today, what we know today, the stars that are around now, a lot of them are there because of Hulk Hogan and what he did for the industry and the business. And there's no excuse for some of the other things he did in his personal life that Terry Bollea did. But the character Hulk Hogan is, was amazing. The phenomenon of Hulkamania was incredible, and there's no denying that. And you know, people can say what they want, and yeah, he did some horrible things, but there's a lot of, people are not perfect, and there's a lot of other people that did some crazy, crazy stuff, and they're still involved to this day, and they don't seem to be judged in the same way Hulk Hogan is. Um, but that's like that. That's not making any excuses or anything for him. But he's gone now, and yeah, that's kind of it. He gave so much to the business years ago. He provided a lot of opportunities for other people. Yeah, he buried a lot of people too. Um, but there's no denying what Hulkamania was, as I say, what he meant as a star overall, and what he did for the whole business. So yeah, that's kind of where things have been. I'm going to try and maybe switch things up with this channel, and try doing a few other different things. Did some interviews and stuff in the past. Maybe try get back to doing some of that. Also, I, I reached the milestone of 1,000 subscribers there a while back, and that's amazing. When I started this, I never thought I'd ever get to that stage, and obviously there's a few people out there that like what I'm doing, and that's great. And I'll continue to try and improve and build upon what we've been doing so far. And yeah, that's pretty much where it's at the moment. So thanks for watching once again. We'll be back soon, and keep grappling with greatness.